Hello guys, this is Janvi and you are in Study with Janvi channel. Thanks for coming back to the channel and trusting us again. So today's video, we are here to discuss few tips on how to ace your interview successfully. This video is mainly focused for freshers who are yet to start their interview preparation. So basically, I'm going to make it very short and sweet in this video. I'll be giving you in detail tips in future videos. So please stay tuned to my channel. Subscribe if you're not subscribed to the channel. And let's get into the video without getting delay. So basically, every person like a fresher who is going to start giving interviews to IT company or non-IT anything. So people will be very daunting on interview. So, but with the right strategies, you can showcase your skills and land on your dream job. So the first and foremost thing I'm going to focus on is the strategies that you can land on your dream job without any fear. So the next point is, the first and foremost thing is, you should have a strong resume and cover letter which showcase your interest on the job, so that you will be getting shortlisted to the JD or for the interview, right? So the first and foremost thing is the resume. Make sure you have a good resume which has the relevant skills and experiences if you have, or the achievements that which concise the JD. JD is nothing but the job description. So if in a job description, if they mention C language experts needed, if you have C language knowledge, you should mention it in a very short and sweet way so that HRs can grab that particular C language expertise and they can shortlist for the interview. So this is very important in the resume. Make sure it should be very short and concise so that it will be very easy to scan for the recruiters. Then coming to the next, cover letter is most important thing. So right now, if you can see, whenever you're applying some sort of applications for some companies, most of the companies is asking for cover letters, right? So cover letters is very important, where you can show your enthusiasm and how interested you are for that role. Okay, so this should have very short and sweet. It should not long, like around 15 to 20 lines of paras, but I'm suggesting it should be in like very short and precise. It should be around like 2 to 5 lines, which showcase your enthusiasm for the role and how your background will suit for that particular job role. Okay, so this will have a strong influence on your dreamland job landing, right? The third and foremost thing is proofread, which means you should have a perfect review on your resume and your cover letter or any sort of things that you're giving details. Okay, so if you are giving your resume to any HR, or if you are uploading your resume in any websites like Naukri, LinkedIn, check your resume once and twice. If you have any typo mistakes or any sort of errors in your resumes or in your cover letter, make sure you should not have any sort of errors, because this will not make you look precise. So make sure you have careful review on your documents that you're sharing to the HR or sharing in any sort of job profiles. Okay, so this is very important. Coming to the resume and cover letter, you should not have any sort of typo issues or any errors. It should be very precise and it should be very professional. The next most important thing that you people need to focus on, commonly asked interview questions. So there are certain commonly asked questions, like around 10 to 20 questions, which I'll not be showing you all these questions today, but in brief, I'll be giving you like 4 questions which will help you. This sort of questions might be asked in the interview. So in later on sessions, I'll be giving you the 10 to 20 questions in the whole video, which will help you for your interview in future for freshers. Okay, the first and foremost common question is, tell me about yourself, which is the most important question in any sort of interview or in any sort of sector. You will be having this question. So this question is very important, which will grab interviewers' impression on you. So make sure this tell me about yourself answer should be very concise. It should be like around within 1 minute you should complete your profile description, right? So for freshers, I would recommend give your name, your qualifications. Coming to the background, you should give your background, and the main thing is you should focus on your skills or the qualifications that will fit your job description, so that it will grab the interviewer. This sort of candidate is having our requirement details. Okay, this is very important. Make sure this tell me about yourself, you should have it very precise and concise way, which should complete around 1 minute or 1 minute 30 seconds, which is more than enough. Okay, so the next important thing is, why are you interested in this role? This is very, very important, guys. Coming to the interviewer, he'll be expecting some sort of interest why you are expecting to be in this company, right? You should show him how this position align with your career goals. If you might have the C language expertise, like if you have went through any hackathon on C language and you got some sort of certification and the JD is matching with the C language, you should highlight it. So this is why I'm interested in to apply in this company for this job role, and where it suits my achievements in this career goals. Okay, so you should highlight your sort of hobbies or interests that you have, the achievements that you have on this job role which suits it. Okay, the most important thing is, what are your strengths and weaknesses? Guys, in this question I have seen different answers. Okay, every person will answer the strengths, like I have adaptability nature, I am hardworking. There are a lot of points to add on strengths. Whereas coming to weakness, many people I have seen that they say that I don't have any weakness. So this is wrong, guys. I believe that every person has some sort of weakness, and I say that is also a plus point for that candidate at some point. Okay, so you should not say I don't have any weakness, I'm perfect in all things. This is not right. Every person has a weakness. There is no such person who is 100% correct in this world. Okay, so this weakness point is also should be very constructive manner. For example, if you want to mention your weakness, in this case you can say, I will not have time constraint if I have some sort of work which is aligned on me. So I'll not check time, or I will not be looking after the time. Even if it is night, I'll not be looking after the time, because I have the work to be completed. So you should be in that way to explain, like it should be in a constructive way, not in a destructive way. Okay, so I'll not look after the time if I have some sort of work pending. So this shows that how interested you are to the work. If you don't complete your work on time, you will not even check the time. This is my log off time, so that I should log off. Even if your work is not completed, you cannot log off, right? This is your duty to complete your duty. Like within the time frame, you should submit your work. So this shows your constructive manner. Maybe, oh yeah, he is interested in the work, so he'll be completing it on time, whether it is off time of the job or it is on time, you will work on it. So this will show an or add on constructive manner. The next thing is behavioral questions. Behavioral questions is very important. The first and foremost thing is, there are a lot of behavioral questions. So as I have told you, I'll be sharing you all the behavioral questions in the next video within 10 to 20 questions, which I'll precise and concise all those things in one short video within 4 to 5 minutes of span. So in this behavioral question, I used to say only one thing: use STAR method. Use STAR method only. The first thing is the situation, task, action, result. So this behavioral questions means interviewer will be giving you some sort of situation, and he will ask you how can you handle this situation and how can you deliver the result to the client. So this is the situation. So first you should understand the situation. This is S in the STAR method. Coming to the T is the task, which means how you will, like if you have a situation, there is a task to be handled, right? So this task, how you will handle the task and what actions you will take for this particular task and how you will deliver the result to the client on time. So these sort of things you will have. There are different types of behavioral questions. I'll give you few examples in next video so that you will be flexible enough and you will be understanding those behavioral questions in future. So use STAR method, which will provide specific impactful examples. Okay, so STAR method is situation, task, action, and result, which is most important thing. Okay, so these are the most commonly asked interview questions. I'll give you in brief in the next videos, like around 10 to 20 questions, which will help you in interview for freshers. Next and most important is dress professionally and arrive early. So I have seen many people who will be in hurry before interview, arriving to the company before 5 to 10 minutes before the interview, which will make your mind not flexible, so that you will be in a tensed way, so you will not be in a pleasant mood, you will be in a disturbed way, right? So I prefer you to attend at least to the interview before 45 minutes, so that if you have some sort of like check-ins or some sort of paperwork, you can complete it in a pleasant way and you can be in a pleasant mood to attend the interview. So don't be in a hurry. Make sure if you have an interview at 10, make sure you get up at 7, get ready in 1 hour and then start. Be at least before like 9. It will be helping you in a having pleasant mind. Okay, so this is the thing I prefer. Coming to the dressing way. So I don't want to say this because many people will be having this knowledge. As a professional, you should attend the interview in a professional way. Coming to boys, you should tuck your shirt and pant and you should have your shoes properly groomed and everything. Coming to girls, wear your comfortable dress which shows interest. And also coming to the dressing code, I prefer most people to have some pale colors which will give like pleasant mindset, which would show pleasant mindset. I will not say you should not wear red color, blue, dark blue, violet and all. I prefer to go ahead with the pastel colors, which will make sure you have some pleasant vibe. Okay, so this is very important. The next one is demonstrating professionalism. So first and foremost thing, when you enter into the interview cabin, you should give a handshake. The firm handshake will give you one good impression to the interviewer. So there is a saying called first impression is the good impression. I believe in that, guys. So greet your interviewer with a firm handshake, which will have a good impression with an eye contact. Okay, so don't worry, he is not going to shout at you, or he is not your like next team lead or someone else. He is just an interviewer who will be sitting with you for the next 30 minutes and he'll be asking only 30 minutes of questions. Later he is no one to you and you are no one to him. So be free and you can be very professional with him and you can have a good time in that 30 minutes. You can share whatever the knowledge you have according to the questions that he asked. There is nothing wrong in it. Okay. The next thing is demonstrate your relevant skills and experience. So the first thing is you should highlight your achievements. As I told you, if you have like in the JD, if they ask you for the expertise in C is needed, if you have some sort of certification on C, like you have went for hackathon on C and you are the first winner in the hackathon on C language, you should highlight those achievements, which will showcase how interested on C language, how you will be suitable for this role. Okay. The next thing is emphasize transferable skills. So this also the same thing which have showed, like you can showcase your certifications, or you can showcase how interested, like any projects that you have done, like these all things you can showcase to the interviewer so that it will show interest, how interested you are on the job role. So next thing is related to the company. So whenever you're going to any sort of company, like you should know at least the basic details on the company. So you must have some knowledge on the company. Like for example, if it is IBM, you should get to know where it is IBM is located and how much turnover it is going through on an year. So on what technologies IBM is right now booming, or Accenture, like that. There are basic things that you should focus on the company. So you should have some understanding on the company, so that you will be having some sort of like, interviewer might be having like, okay, he is good enough in knowledging about the companies and all. So you should have at least a basic thing. You can Google about the company, like if you have IBM, you can search as IBM in the Google and you will get few basic details, okay, so that you can get to know like that. Okay, not only IBM, you can also like check any other companies like that, right? The most important ending question is, ask thoughtful questions during the interview. So I have seen most of the people, like freshers, who are like, whenever interviewer asks like, do you have any questions, most of the reply will be, no, I don't have any questions. So this is not correct, guys. You should seek for the clarification. Okay, so you can ask to the interviewer which shows the interest on the role. Okay, so you can ask about more details on what is the role, and how can I, like, what is the team that I'm going to work on, like about what about the company, like how it is going on, how what are the shares that are going on, and everything you can ask for the clarification, so that it will show how interested and passionate about the company you are. Okay, so the most important thing is understand the next steps. So you can also inquire with the next steps to the interviewer, like what is the timeline for the next process it will take, like whether it will take 2 to 3 days, like you can check with him, interview. Okay, he will give you details so that you will get some clarification and you will be in peace, right? The next thing is demonstrate curiosity. Here you will showcase your interest, genuine interest in the company. So you can ask him like, what is the role that I'm getting into, so what this role has to be done, how sort of what sort of work that it is going to be doing. So these type of questions will show you the genuine interest in the company and in the position. Okay, so these are the thoughtful questions that you should ask at least in the interview, because this will make how interested and passionate about the job that you are going through. So the main, at the end, there are a lot of people who will never give follow-ups after the interview. Guys, remember, this is your interview. Okay, you should get, or you should give some sort of follow-ups to the HR or to the interviewer. Okay, so most probably you should ask some follow-ups to the HR, right? So first of all, after the interview, send a thank you note to the interviewer and HR who have conducted this interview and who have given time to take your interview. So like, express your appreciation, okay, for the interviewer's time, and as well as who scheduled the interviews, and showcase your interest on the role. So this will showcase a positive impact on your profile, so that you are interested on it, like how curiosity you are. Coming to the next one is provide additional information. If an interviewer asks you like, share me this sort of PAN card or Aadhaar card, government documents, or any sort of certifications, add to that mail and say him this requested during the interview, and you can verify these all certificates and all, which will like react fast to any sort of mails that has been sent by HR or the interviewer. Okay, so that it will be showing you an interest, like showing them an interest on how you are passionate about. And check in on the status. So if the interviewer has held today, if you did not get any sort of reply within 2 to 3 days, wait for 2 to 3 days, and if you do not get any response, have a mail to the HR like, can I get to know the status of the job which I have given through an interview, and you can check with the next steps with the hiring process in HR with HR. Okay, so this is not wrong, guys. This is your interview. You have rights to ask the questions, but not in a demanding way, but in a cool and pleasant manner. So you can ask them. That is not a wrong thing. So yeah, this is all about the simple tips on interview, which will make you grab the dream land job. And yeah, if you have any sort of doubts, please let me know in the comment section. I'll be replying you back whenever I'm free. And also in future, I'll be giving you a lot of behavioral questions, tips, and there are a lot of questions that is going to be giving you. And I have already made some sort of interview questions which have been through in IBM, Accenture, like etc. many companies. I'll be adding all those links in the description. You can go ahead. Yeah, that's all. If you have any sort of doubts, please let me know in the comment section. Take care. Bye bye.